Oh, I love that song. That's the Zac Brown Band, and anybody that knows me knows how much I do enjoy the Zac Brown Band. That's From Now On, from The Greatest Showman. I'm very fortunate today because when I put this forward to the people at Radio Marsden, one of the things I wanted to do was get some live music in the studio and promote local people that are doing their musical thing. And this morning it's my first one, and I'm so pleased to be able to welcome to the studio local musician Jason Lake. Morning, Jason.
Morning. Thanks for having me.
That's right. You're welcome. It's lovely to have you in the studio here live, and you're going to play a few live songs for us, hopefully. Yeah. We're okay. I think we're there, aren't we? We tested everything, so hopefully we're going to be okay. And I asked also Jason about some of your musical favourite tracks, and you've come up with somebody that I've never heard of, which we're going to play next, which is somebody called Hudson Taylor. Is that right?
Yeah, it's two people actually. It's two brothers, these two Irish brothers. Okay. Yeah.
And the track that's going to play is Run to You, I think. And how did you discover these?
You know, I really can't remember off the top of my head. I know I found it was a demo or some kind of EP somewhere when they were quite small, and they're still not as big as they could be. But yeah, I sort of came across them at some point,
yeah,
and obviously fell in love with them. The sort of the duets and the harmonies and that side of things.
Oh, great. Good. Well, I think we're going to have some live music in a minute from you. But first of all, let's have one of your choices, and this is Hudson Taylor and Run to You. I'm sorry, the quality wasn't brilliant on that. I do apologise for that. It's Hudson Taylor and Run to You. Jason, great choice. I just thank you for introducing them to me. I think I'd like to start off. Can we have a song from you?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah?
Yeah. Do you want me to just play it and then we'll have a little chat about it?
It's up to you. Which way do you prefer to do things?
I might actually just explain the song a little bit, just to give it some context.
That's fine.
So this is from my second album, which is called The Wild Things. And I'd recorded and sort of written a load of the songs already. And it wasn't until I actually wrote this song that I realised it was ready to sort of go and record. And I put a band together and we went in to a place in Shepherd's Bush and recorded it. This song's called Everything I Need. It's sort of like the lead single from it. Is on Spotify and iTunes and all those things now, and it seems to do quite well.
I do like this song, I must admit. I've played it a number of times in the last couple of weeks. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good to know. I mean, yeah. So it sort of comes across as a bit of a love song, but it's actually about it's sort of a conversation piece between the heart and the head, the brain. It's about those, you know, that sort of moment where you meet someone that you like and you say, your brain says, oh God, they're really nice, they're everything I want, and then the heart sort of jumps in and says, oh, actually no, you're not good enough for them, and starts giving you all that. So this is sort of a conversation piece between the brain trying to convince the heart that actually, you know, this is the right thing to do. Come on, just go for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is called Everything I Need. Your soulmate, catch her before it's too late. Read her mind, follow her to the line. Just stay for the weekend. There's torn jeans and there's heart to mend. Read her mind and follow her to the line. 'Cause you're everything I want with this life. When you're everything I need tonight. Whoa, oh, 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 what you can't see, ignore them. Baby, it's just you and me. Then take my hand and I'll help you understand. 'Cause you're everything I want with this life. 'Cause you're everything I need tonight to survive. Oh, 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 oh. Ooh, oh, baby, please. Don't you tell me I should wait, 'cause I have held the weight for you far too long. Don't you tell me I should wait, 'cause I have held the weight of your broken heart. Don't you tell me I should wait, 'cause I have held the weight for you far too long. Don't you tell me I should wait, 'cause I have held the weight of your broken heart. 'Cause you're everything I want with this life. 'Cause you're everything I need tonight to survive. Oh, 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 oh. Ooh, oh, baby, please.
There you go, that was Jason Lake and Everything I Need. Thank you very much for that. That was great.
Thanks.
I wasn't sure how this was going to work this morning, and it's working. And I'm so pleased about that. I really am. This is Radio Marsden with Simon Conquest, Easy Like Sunday, and I'm joined in the studio by Jason Lake, a local musician from Dorking. And I'll be back in a minute.
Listen to Radio Marsden wherever you are at www.radiomarsden.co.uk.
Okay, Jason, that was. How did you get into songwriting?
So
If that's not, if that's not, we've only got an hour or two.
yeah, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I could take up that time. No, I mean, actually, I think so. When I must have been 14, 15, something like that. I got my cousin's guitar, I think it was, like a sort of cheap Fender it wasn't a Fender, sorry, it was a cheap Stratocaster copy, and it was a doorstop for about 2 or 3 years, and then my brother actually picked it up and started learning to play it, so I got a bass guitar and I started playing with him, and then we started learning, I think, Green Day and songs like that, and the Pixies, and yeah, it sort of just evolved from that, and then obviously I went off to university and I got an acoustic guitar, and then I started to sort of find my voice a bit with it. Yeah, so it was a slow burn.
Slow burn, really.
Yeah, but it got there. It got there.
And because you now, I don't know, I'm not saying you've got a fixed genre in terms of music, but you're certainly this singer-songwriter as opposed to Green Day, for instance.
Oh yeah.
For instance.
I mean, but you know, I think the music that I love doesn't really. I think it does come through in the music that I make, but not quite so literally. I used to love film soundtracks as a kid. I used to listening to Star Wars and Jurassic Park and things like that. And then I got into bands like Green Day, Muse, with a bit of sort of rockiness to it, and you're constantly discovering new music, especially in like with today's sort of access to it.
I agree entirely with that. I just I have a very wide church of music, to be quite honest. The only things I have several rules. One is it's got to be passionate. The person's got to be passionate about what they're doing. It's got to be believable, and it's not. It can't be manufactured, as it were. It's got to be from the heart, and it's got to feel like that when you're listening and stuff like that. And it doesn't matter what the genre is or the actual subject matter, to be honest. As far as I'm concerned, it's just those are my three criteria, and I'm open to listening to anything really. So I totally get where you're coming from with that. Let's have a bit of music. This is my choice this time. Okay. This is Sarah Darling, and this is Where Cowboys Ride. There you go, Sarah Darling, and Where Cowboys Ride. Jason, have you ever heard of her before?
I haven't. I have now.
Oh, that's good. That's worked two ways then, doesn't it? Now, you mentioned that you like Jack Sabaretti. Is that? Have you followed him for quite a while?
Yeah. So I think when it must have been 2006, 2007. I went and I saw a gig up in London at the Astoria whilst it was still there, and he was supporting. And he was really, actually, he was a massive part of taking my music sort of to the next level,
right.
Purely in the fact that he came on stage, just him and his guitar, and I thought we wiped the floor of the main act. And that was the moment I realised that actually you can do it yourself. You don't need a band, you don't need everything.
No.
He's great.
No.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay, and the track we're going to hear is, I think it's...
It was I'm Yours or Only You. I can't remember which one I chose.
Only You.
Only You.
Sorry. I'll have to get somebody else that can do this job. There you go, Jack Sabaretti and Only You. Now, Jason, can we just ask you where the inspiration from your songs mainly comes from?
So it sort of varies from song to song and sort of record to record, but I think it's always life events. So it's stuff that happens around us. It's always got to come from there. That's where it's where it's happening, obviously.
So these are all things that are personal to you, then, effectively.
Yeah, definitely. So with the first two albums, so I've got an album called For Life and an album called The Wild Things. They're a little bit more cliche, and they're sort of like they're about a girl, a breakup and that kind of thing, or fancying someone. Sure. But moving forward, the stuff I'm writing at the moment for a record later in the year is very much influenced by the moments in between things. So it's not necessarily about the person you've broken up with or the new person you've met. It's about those moments where you sort of having to, as an individual, sort of work out who you are and how this works within your life. Yeah. I find that interesting, and I think there's so many. There's a whole sort of part of the process that gets missed in songs and in general, I think. So it's worth talking about.
Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. And as I said, it's like if the things are personal to you, you're far more likely to write them from the heart as well and give them that genuine feel about what you're talking about, which is critical and important. Now, are you going to... let's have a listen to one of your new songs. Is that correct?
That's the plan. Yeah.
Well, let's go for that then. That's fine.
Cool. Okay. So, this is a new song that I wrote it about a year and a half ago, something like that. And I say it's called Juliet, and it's not so much about. Oops, I've turned my headphones off. It's not so much about the sort of falling in love or anything like that. It's more about the moments where you've just met someone and you're wondering, where's this going? Is this the one? And where do we finish? And yeah, I don't know. So
okay,
yeah, should be interesting. Well, I might be the one to hold you through the night, and you might be the one to always start the fires. One thing's for sure, we'll make it through alright, 'cause you light up my heart with your eyes. Calling up to your window, won't you open the door? 'Cause I wrote you a love song like no one before, where I might die for you, but I don't know yet. Until then, be my Juliet. I might be the one to pick you up in the rain, and you might be the one to help me through all the pain. If I can't find the words, allow me to explain. It's 'cause I can't get you off of my brain. Calling up to your window, would you open the door? 'Cause I wrote you a love song with a great metaphor, or I might die for you, but I don't know yet. Until then, be my Juliet. I know the love ain't easy, don't pass me by. I know that love ain't easy, don't pass me by. You might be the one I'll ask to be mine, to love and to hold until we've done our time. Or maybe I'm dreaming, 'cause I'm on cloud nine, but I'm still crossing my fingers that our paths stay in line. Calling up to your window, would you come to the street? Like an old-fashioned movie, we'll kiss when we meet, and I might die for you, but I don't know yet. Until then, be my Juliet. Come down from your window, won't you open the door? 'Cause I wrote you a love song like no one before, and I might die for you, but I don't know yet. Until then, till then, be my Juliet. 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 Oh, Juliet.
That's great.
Thanks.
That's very nice to hear that as well. It's, new music. I always like to just just to hear that, and it's I think that just sums up. Just you said, it's just personal to you, and it's some nice lyrics in it.
Yeah. I think it's written on the piano, so I've had to sort of.
I did try to get a grand in here this morning, but just believe me, we're a bit squashed.
Next time.
We'll do that. We'll do that definitely. But and also you're going to be coming back, aren't you, on the 9th of March now? Or 10th of March, rather, the Marsden March.
Yeah, so not strictly me, but, no, it will be me. But there's a really cool band called The Hangovers playing at the Marsden for the March. Oh, good. And they're on at 1 o'clock. And
their bass play's a bit rubbish, though, isn't it?
We went to
Colin, I'm only joking, you know that.
Yeah, but they've very nicely invited me to come and do a couple of songs or do a song with them. So
that's always. I always find that it's a very uplifting day, to be quite honest. It's a real life enforcing day for us at Radio Marsden, because this hospital is such a fantastic community, and you get to meet a lot of different people and a lot of families that have either been helped or supported by the Royal Marsden, and it's just great when you can just give something back, to be quite honest. Yeah,
it's really good. It's a really fun day as well. I walked it last year with my mum. We had a brilliant time. We were knackered at the end of it, but worth it.
Yeah, anybody that's in training for the Marsden March, 16 miles, and thinks, it's only just a stroll, let me tell you, some of the inclines when you get near the hospital are horrendous, aren't they?
They should do it the other way around. That hill at the end.
I'd be able to do that. I'd be able to roll down the hill with no trouble at all, I tell you.
But the medal's worth it. So.
Oh, yes, it is. It is, and it's all worth it. And, of course, raising money for the Royal Marsden Cancer Charity. And certainly, as far as Radio Marsden's concerned, we always have a great deal of fun talking to people and just talking to the volunteers as much as anything. It's just great fun as well. Okay, we're going to play one of Jason's choices now. This is why do you want this one? This is Queen and Don't Stop Me Now.
I mean, I spent most of Friday going through Queen's back catalogue trying to find something. Some of it's a bit too strange, I think, for the radio. But I thought with a sunny day like this, and with the weather being so nice, something like this, "Don't Stop Me Now" is just such a perfect song for it. And obviously, I love Freddie. Take a lot of influence from him. So
I can tell you a little story that when back in the 1970s, when Alan Freeman used to do the rock show on a Saturday, I wrote to him and said, there's this band called Queen, I reckon they're going to be pretty good. And he read my letter out, and that was the first time I ever had anything read out on a radio show. Whatever happened to Queen? They didn't do much, did they?
I don't know, I think it's sort of...
Especially for you, Jason, this is Don't Stop Me Now.
Tonight I'm gonna have myself a real good time. I feel alive.
Oh, nice to hear a bit of Freddie. Thank you very much for making that choice. I just would like to correct my earlier statement that the bass player with the Hangovers is an excellent bass player. There you go, Colin. All forgiven, hopefully.
He's great. He's very good. He's very good. Actually, he used to be my bass player as well, so I can't knock him.
Are you playing in other bands at the moment as well?
Not really sure at the moment. So, I actually with Colin and John. We recorded the first album and I did a few gigs with them, which was great. And then for the second album, I actually found two other people just to get a slightly different sound, a bit more of an earthy sound. But I think with the next one, Colin's definitely involved. I haven't asked John yet, so this is, if he's listening, this is the question. Well, I'll get a phone call from him afterwards.
Yeah, that sounds good.
But yeah, that'd be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I think I put a CD in, but I didn't choose. No, I didn't. Do you know this group? This is the Wandering Hearts, and this is I Wish I Could. There you go, the Wandering Hearts and Wish I Could. And I think they're playing at C2C in a couple of weeks' time, actually, on one of the satellite stages, which will be quite good. Now, I can't believe how quickly the time's going, Jason. It's very good of you to come in on Sunday and join me, Simon Conquest, here on Radio Marsden for Easy Like Sunday Morning. And this is. I'm just elated at the fact that we've been able to do this morning. And thank you very much for coming in and
joining
me.
Having me.
I really appreciate it. You've gone. Do you like Formula One? Because your next choice, recorded choice, is "The Chain" by Fleetwood Mac. Is it?
Yeah. No, I mean I'm not massively into Formula One. I know the reference. I get that.
Yeah.
I think that bassist actually introduced me to them probably years and years ago. But
it's his fault. It's his fault.
Yeah,
again.
He gets around.
You wait till I speak to him.
But yeah, so yeah, great band. And obviously The Chain is. I sort of chose this song because it's got so much to it. It's got, a driving drum beat, and then the chorus is sort of its own thing, and then you've got the obviously big solo at the end. And I think for my own music, that kind of resonates a lot. That you can.
Yeah, I have had that actually when people have requested that for the request show, and they've gone, "Oh, I want the Formula One music." Okay, and then you play it, and there's this massive lead in there going, "Are you sure that's the right song?" Yeah, it is. It's only that just forms a little part of it at the end, doesn't it? So
yeah,
let's go with that. This is The Chain and Fleetwood Mac. Fleetwood Mac and The Chain and the Formula One music, although Jason insists it's just the bass line he likes in that one. So we better send that out to Colin. You said Colin probably introduced you to them.
Yeah, so I used to work at a photo studio with Colin, and we used to listen to a lot of Fleetwood Mac and Katie Melua and that kind of thing.
All right.
And obviously over time ground me down, and I sort of only I'm joking. But I think I only really started to understand it in the last sort of 5 years. I suddenly went, oh, this is, before it was just it was just music, but now it's it means a bit more than that. So yeah, it's great. Cool. It's really good.
That's good. Okay, Jason's going to give us another live song, I think, if that's okay.
Yeah. So this is from my first album called For Life. They're all on Spotify and iTunes and bits like that.
What's your main social media? Is it Instagram?
Instagram, yeah. So we're live on Instagram now, and it purely because it means I can get music out there quickly. So if I'm writing something, I can just record it and put it straight on there.
Absolutely.
So I've got Facebook and Twitter, but at Jason Lake Music is the place to find all the new stuff. Okay. So yeah,
we'll look out for that.
So this song, it's there's not much of a story behind it. I wrote it when I was at uni. I just wanted to write a dancey song. Everything else I was writing was quite mellow and miserable, and so it's called Holly. It's not really about anyone called Holly, but that was just a friend. But it's it's about wanting to make people dance and writing a song for someone. So yeah.
Don't know what the fuss is, everybody's seen it. Showed it to my fans, though you're the only one. What's the point in singing when nothing can be heard? The crowd could sing it louder, but no one knows the words. I sing it in a bar, I sing it in the shower. Found the king and stole his queen and sung it up her tower. But she won't get that feeling that I get, and I sing for you, this one's for you. I don't wanna rush this, everybody's seen it. Showed it to my fans, but you're the only one. What's the point in singing when nothing can be heard? The crowd could sing it louder, but no one knows the words. I sing it in a bar, and I sing it in the shower. Found the king and stole his queen and sung it up her tower. But she won't get that feeling that I get, and I sing for you, this one's for you. When nothing
Thank you very much, Jason. That was lovely. Very upbeat. Very good.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Yeah, well, I think you achieved it. It's really good. So we can get you on social media on at Jason Lake Music. And you're going to have some new music coming out later this year?
Yep. So I'm going into the studio over the summer. We'll be recording Juliet, and probably so there's 10 tracks I want to record, and hopefully it'll come out sort of around Christmas time. That's the plan, anyway. So
okay.
Yeah, it's quite exciting.
Okay. And you're going to be back here on the 10th of March with the Hangovers.
I'll be here. Yeah.
You're going to be. So what time is that? Do you know what time that is?
They're on at 1, so I don't know what time I'll be on, but come and see the whole thing because they're brilliant. They play all covers, so we'll be doing a couple of covers. It's really good fun. Do
you prefer singing covers, or do you prefer your own stuff, or what?
No, I'm awful at doing covers. I'm sort of too much of a perfectionist. If I like a song, it's because I like that song.
Yeah.
So when I cover it, I'm always like, nah, that's no good.
It's not good enough.
Yeah, but they are good fun. And,
but then I just appreciate the fact that you come in today and you've just done 3 live songs for us, and with very little hassle to me personally, which is great, because I'm clearly learning and doing this stuff as well. But it's been really, really enjoyable.
I've had a great time.
So I'm glad that we managed to get together, and I'd welcome you back into the studio anytime you'd like to come, and certainly if you're around on the 10th of March when sort of Radio Marsden will be broadcasting live at the Marsden March. Yeah. I'm not sure where we'll be, but we'll either be in the studio or outside. Then just come up and say hello and come and see us and stuff like that.
Yeah, be great.
What else have you got? Got anything nice planned for the rest of the day?
I'm going to go and see my mum for a cup of coffee.
Oh, that sounds like a very good idea, I must admit.
Yeah.
We're just coming up to the news shortly, and then we'll just have another hour of easy sounds for a Sunday afternoon, and I think that's just the way we ought to be on a Sunday. I hope that Jason, I hope it's been good for you today, and it's always a pleasure to see you. And I remember the first time we met was when I was doing the sound, wasn't it? And it was I wasn't very good at that either. So I haven't improved, have I, really? I just leave mics up and all sorts of stuff. But anyway, thank you very much, Jason Lake. Take care. Serving
the patients of the Royal Marsden Hospitals.